Hello, Gs, and welcome to the latest Spanish news update and Benidorm news update. Welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. I hope you stay with us. Click a like, subscribe, and comment down below to help us grow. We will start a very unique, very useful, and extremely informative news update. As usual, first we'll be talking about the situation in tourism, what's new, what's happening in our region of Costa Blanca and Benidorm in particular. Then the second news will be finally the information about the golden visa in Spain. Is it true that it has been already cancelled? Will it be cancelled? For how long people still will be able to live with the golden visa here in Spain, even if it will be cancelled? All the news, all the truth today here on the channel. And the last news will be about the authentic drama with the international ATM machines all around Benidorm town. What eventually happened and why these ATM machines actually stayed in Benidorm. The whole truth here as well. And we'll finish the news as every Monday and Friday with the short weather forecast for the upcoming week in case you're coming on holidays or you know someone who will be, so that you would know what to bring, what to wear, and which kind of weather is waiting for you. So let's start today's video. First of all, let's talk about the situation in tourism. As you all know, we are full speed going into the summer touristic season starting from the Easter week, and this means that a lot of the hotels are open already, almost all of them, the vast majority. It means that bars, restaurants, and cafeterias were doing last minute touches, and now it's all ready to go. There's even cable ski, there's banana, there's fly fish, there's jet skis, there's parasailing, and much more activities that are available for you here on the holidays even right now. In the port of Benidorm, they also offer different types of boat trips. You have the trip towards Calpe through the Bay of Benidorm. Shortly, also there is a trip towards Tabarca Island available, towards Benidorm's Island, and much more. Our private tours are also available for you. As a small reminder, our private tours are just for yourselves or your family group up till 4 people. And this is a unique tour that is 100% personalized. You can choose an existing tour or create your own one. We'll calculate you the time, we'll pick you up from the hotel, and we'll drop you off as well. In between our most popular tours, we have the Benidorm Discovery Tour, have Guadalest Village and Algar Waterfalls, which we can actually go any day, not only a couple of days a week as bigger companies do with big buses. And also the Benidorm Tapas Tour with tapas included. You can visit our website or just contact us by email if you want to see if there's any availability for your desired day and time. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do here in the area. One of the things that you can actually do to travel is take the Benidorm tram, which is a small train that circulates all between Alicante and Denia. They've been undergoing some works, maintenance works and emergency works in the area in nearby Altea, but now it's supposed to be all done, all finished. So you can use this transport comfortably to discover incredible small villages, enjoy the view of the Mediterranean Sea and the beach line, the coastal line, discover some gardens with orange trees, lemon trees, citric fruit, olives, almonds, and much more. So there's a lot to see, there's a lot to discover here in our region of Costa Blanca. Let's go with the second news, shall we? Because it's an extremely important news for a lot of people, especially those who either know someone that was planning to take this visa or someone who has it already or was planning to do it by themselves. These so-known golden visas is something that was kind of popular, and it still is, for those who want to invest in Spain. Golden visa, a lot of people think that it's actually when you can only buy a property for the value from €500,000, so 500,000 euros and more, and then you will get a golden visa that will allow you to stay here in Spain for a few years, and then you could actually put it for some more years and then get a long-term permit. And that's basically it. That's the only way to obtain the golden visa. It will allow you to stay here, it will allow you to work here, and it also is given to all of your family members, direct family members, apart from yourself, the person who is investing in the property. But it's not only houses. Also, golden visa is usually given for those who want to open a company here, those who want to invest €1,000,000 or more, or those who invest in a public debt in Spain for a value of €2,000,000 or more than that. So it doesn't only depend on the properties, although since it's a way lower value, a lot of people actually prefer doing exactly that. There's been a lot of news everywhere in Spain and abroad that Spain is following the steps of Portugal and some other countries that are eliminating these type of visas in order to help the economy and help the market of the properties, especially the rentals, and for people to have an easier access, let's say like this, towards a property. The truth is that we don't really think this will help. That's from one side. Why? Because comparing with all the property purchases we've had here in Spain from the year 2013 when it was first launched up until 2023, the end of the year, we've had around 14,500 something, less than 15,000 golden visas approved in Spain. In general, not only properties but investment or public debt fees. That's it, less than 15,000. And out of these, only around 10,000 something, less than 11,000, were corresponding to the property purchase. So it's not a lot if you split it throughout all these years, like a decade. It's not a lot. It's like 1,000 per year from the whole entire Spain. It's not a big amount, so it's only a small percentage of all the property purchase, which means that this will not affect anything. This will not affect much as it is, because the vast majority of people are purchasing properties that are less of the value, and also people will still be purchasing these properties. It's just that if they cannot apply for a golden visa, they will go for a non-lucrative one, or they will go for another one, ask someone to contract them here, or make a business and still obtain this type of visa. In any case, they will obtain a permit for one way or the other, because having such a big amount of money obviously is kind of accepted through a lot of different requirements that Spain has. One of them is an economic requirement, and here it's basically available because there's quite a lot of money on hand. So I do not think personally it will affect the market at all. So if this measure has been made just for that, it doesn't make any sense. Has it been approved already? No, it is not. This is just the words. These are the words of the president of the government, Pedro Sanchez, that he said at the beginning of this week in Sevilla, while presenting some social apartments, social properties for families who do not have enough resources. And that's when he mentioned that they will be taking down the golden visa. But it's not been approved just yet. That's the first thing you should know. Second thing is that even if it will be approved, there's going to be a period of maximum 8 years where these people will still be able to live with the golden visa permit of residence. And this is more than enough to be able to change the type of visa that they have to a different one and still preserve the availability to work and live here permanently as they are doing right now, or at least long term. So no one will be affected as much. Out of curiosity, here you have the information about which kind of nationalities purchase these types of properties with more than €500,000 to obtain the golden visa. On the first line, there's Chinese. From China, 2,712 of them. Russians are in the second place, not surprised, quite obvious, we know it very well in our region. 1,159 properties purchased and golden visas. From Iran, 203. From US, 179. Then we go with the British, 177. Egyptians from Egypt, 143, surprisingly. Ukraine, 143. Philippines, 122. Then we have Mexico 114, Venezuela 98, and Saudi Arabia, which also has 89. So there's quite a few nationalities there that do go by this type of permit to obtain the visa, because that's an automatic way. Okay, it's an automatic way, it's an easy way to obtain it if you want to buy a slightly higher property. But it doesn't mean they're not able to get it any other way. There are other ways for them. So I don't think it's going to be affecting anything at all. Not sure how the government doesn't understand it, because to be honest with you, those who wanted these type of expensive properties will still be doing so, just making the visas the other way around. And it's not going to affect the property price probably whatsoever, maybe just in a tiniest bit, because the percentage of the overall property purchase, it's very, very small. If you would like, by the way, if you would like to purchase here a property in our region and you would want to be in the best hands possible, we have an official immigration office, a legal immigration office, which is owned by myself here in the area. We've been working for quite some time already. We have many clients that have their future home here. So if you want to purchase something for retirement or for investment, maybe to rent it short term before you decide to move to Spain forever, you can contact us by our official website, which is this one right here, or send us a WhatsApp or an email with information here down below. We'll be gladly assisting you in this dream coming true. And now let's talk about the last news, which is the drama of the ATM machines here in Benidorm. As you all know, a year, maybe even slightly more ago, we've mentioned you that Benidorm has had an issue with the ATM machines. These international ATM machines that are literally everywhere, especially in Rincon de Loige in the British area, that were supposed to close. The town hall of Benidorm has issued quite a few orders almost at the same time, slightly different dates, saying that these machines are illegal, that they need to disappear, that they didn't have any permit to be where they are, that they were not paying the municipal fees, and basically that's a whole illegal thing, that it needs to go away. And they were giving a small margin for the company to regulate and make the things legal, documents wise and commission wise, if they wanted to continue operating in that particular area. Then what happened is that they forgot to mention some specifics in this legal paper, so they needed to send them another one, and they give them another month. After what, the company actually went into court, and they were suing town hall basically and saying that their petition is invalid through a lot of reasons. Can you guess who won? The company of the ATM machines has won, unless the town hall will submit something else, which they have a legal time of around 2 weeks or 30 days, more or less, maximum, to submit anything else if they wish. But if not, the company won, and the town hall has to pay them 200,000 euros for all these issues caused. Why this happened? Because the Supreme Court determined that the town hall did not provide all the necessary information. They are kind of keeping a secret the dates of all this information, the dates of the documents they've been sending the company, who has been sending them. There's numerous claims all at once. There's a lot of things that are not being explained to the judge and to the court, which is why the court determined that if there is kind of something shady, with it, if there's something unclear and the town hall cannot say how things are in a correct way, then there is no sense in it. The company won. Look at that. And these ATM machines, at least so far, will be working. They have a legal right to operate in Benidorm. With that being said, do I think that it's the best way you could take your money out? No. Why? Unless you have specific cards, like a lot of Revolut cards or online banking systems, they might have these ATMs with no commission at all, or just with the tiniest commission, then that's great. But depending on the bank that you might have, there might be quite high commissions depending on the amount that you are willing to withdraw. And a lot of times it's just uncomfortable. It's too much of money they're taking out of you. And if you would go to a typical Spanish bank, the commission there would be much, much lower. And also, in case something happens, it's a private company that owns them. So obviously, no one will be able to attend you 24 hours, and no one will be able to come in the morning or any time when the usual bank is open to save you up in case your card gets stuck inside, in case something happens and it doesn't give you the money, or return you the card. Things like this do actually happen. Not so often, but they do happen. So when you withdraw your money, I always recommend the usual physical banks, at least the ATM, but of the bank that has a physical office. Why? Because they have attention service phone 24/7. Any day of the week, of the year, it is operative. And also, in case something happens, you can just go directly into the bank and you can say they can check the footage and they will clear any issue that you might be having. This is why it is one of the best options to withdraw money right now. But obviously, depending on which type of commission you actually have. Before you confirm anything on the screen of the ATM machine, they always tell you how much of a commission you will be charged. So check it out. If it's a really high one, if you consider it high, you can cancel the operation. And then you can go to another ATM machine. But be careful, because some ATM machines, what they actually do is that they charge you, they reflect as if they would have charged you on your account, actually. Then they return it towards midnight, and in a few hours time, they do return it like it never happened. But if you have a lower amount of money on your account and you want to withdraw everything, be careful with it, because it might take a couple of hours for it to be reflected in the system back again. And it might scare you for a couple of hours. And now let's have a lovely walk by the beach, and let's talk about the weather that will be waiting for all of you and us as well here in the sunny and gorgeous Spain. This is the gorgeous weather that we have here in the area right now. Baby blue skies, incredible. It looks even brighter off camera. Really baby blue skies. A lot of people walking down the promenade, people doing sports, having a lovely walk and coming to the beach to stay on the sand. In this case, it's pebbles, small pebbles, and enjoy the sound of the Mediterranean Sea. It's going to be sunny in the whole entire country, which is great news on the islands as well if you're coming on holidays there. And like this will be up until probably Wednesday, Thursday, so the whole entire week it's going to be more or less sunny and gorgeous weather. There's going to be a very slight / mild wind, so depending on the time of the day, there will be a tiny wind, but not too much. No storm, no nothing like this. This weekend, we'll have bizarre thing going on with the temperatures. So far, today, the maximum temperatures are supposed to be around 21 degrees, plus 21. And by this weekend, which is when actually we are heading to film in Torrevieja, Guardamar de Segura. So if you are interested in some videos from that area, let us know and we will film it for you here on the channel. Maybe even a road trip to Torrevieja from Benidorm town if you are interested. Let us know. We're waiting for your comments. In Murcia, this weekend, they will reach up to 35 shocking degrees. 35! Where in the world is that a normal temperature for April in Spain? Here we will have around 24 to 26, and then we'll get back to usual 21 to 22. But still, it's gorgeous time. It's great weather. It's an incredible blue Mediterranean Sea, waiting for all the tourists to visit it and for you to visit our sunny and lovely area of Benidorm. Thank you for accompanying us on today's latest news update. We hope it was informative and interesting for you, and we'll see you tomorrow in a brand new video here on the channel with Benidorm at night. We'll see you then. Bye, Dees.